Yeah, I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Somebody Oh, you know, it just hit me how ridiculous that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, we don't even like sing it the normal way. We do it like some kind of choir opera. It's funny.
It's cooler.
We do it that way because this is Going Back to Smallville, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Smallville week by week, episode by episode. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel just like these fine folks, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or become a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get your name listed in every episode, get access to Google Drive, all that fun stuff. But if you don't have any any bucks to toss our way, it's totally fine. We are also brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime, but we'll tell you more about that here in a second. I feel like I can hear us. Is your phone?
Bop, bop, bop.
Is your phone up? I feel like I can hear us. Anyway, yeah, everybody, it's Tuesday, my dudes.
Oh!
There it is. Maggie, how are you doing on this lovely Tuesday?
Oh, a terrific Tuesday. I'm excited because we're going to be at the end of season 5, and very soon it'll be season 6.
Oh, yes.
So I'm looking forward to starting anew.
Season 6 is one of my favorites. I think I've said that multiple times at this point. But I love season 6, which I'm not going to tell you why I love season 6, but
Batman.
I wish. Maggie, I wish I could tell you that Batman appears at some point in the show, and I promise you,
Lex kills Lana.
He does not. Batman doesn't show up. Lex also doesn't kill Lana. Just to be clear,
I know Batman doesn't show up. I know that.
It would have been great. And like, I'm kind of pissed that we get the entire series and they never once bring Batman into it. Kind of pisses me off, I'll be totally honest. But you know what doesn't piss me off, Maggie?
What?
Going back to Smallville. That was awful. Everybody, today we got a special episode. We're going to be discussing season 5 as a whole. A sphincter, one would say. And we're also going to be discussing the special features. So, of course, we talked about I feel like I don't know, my headphones or something are jacked up. Let me try this. Hello. Oh my god, that's so much better. That's so weird. You wouldn't think wearing them backwards would make a big difference, but
It's really weird.
Apparently it does. Last week we watched the season finale and discussed that. So now we are going to look back at season 5 as a whole, and also talk about the special features that was included on the release. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. To kick us off here, we're gonna start by giving a special thanks to Smallville.fandom.com for helping us curate the information for this season. The original air date of Smallville season 5 was September 29th, 2005 through May 11th, 2006. It's the last time it ever played on the WB.
That was my junior year.
Of high school?
High school.
Oh, Jesus. I was already graduated.
Yeah, I know.
Just by like a year, though. The synopsis for season 5 is as follows. Having arrived in the Arctic with no knowledge of what to do next, Clark lets the crystal of knowledge, do all the work. Okay. With the newly formed Fortress of Solitude, Clark begins the task of fulfilling his true destiny and stopping the coming evil with the help of Jor-El, two Kryptonian disciples of General Zod, aka General Zoe, come to Smallville in search of Kal-El, because that's what we called them all season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Maggie. They come to Smallville in search of Kal-El, Chloe Sullivan's mysterious disappearing act in the caves and reappearance in a hospital in the Yukon has Lex Luthor growing ever suspicious of Clark and his secret. Clark meets one of his college professors, Professor Fine, who has a few secrets of his own. Aquaman and Cyborg stop by Smallville, and Chloe gets a job at the Daily Planet. Starting at the bottom, Clark becomes human, allowing he and Lana to take the next step in their relationship. Jonathan Kent and Lex Luthor both run for state senate. Clark moves increasingly closer to the man he will one day become and a surprising death strikes Smallville. This is Smallville Season 5. Maggie, what did we think of this season?
Jeez, Pete. I feel like
It's been hit my microphone like really loud. Sorry.
Like you've always said from the get-go of this season that it's building to episode 100.
Yes.
And like, so I feel like I'm on the climb of a roller coaster all the way to episode 100, and I'm at the crest.
Yeah.
We go down.
Man, we're screaming.
We're screaming, having a great time. Then, you know, it just kind of plateaus.
Yeah. And it just kind of like lazily gets back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets off. And you're like, well, I mean, that drop was great.
Yeah, but there's a few like, you know, exciting like little.
Oh, really? You would say there was some exciting bumps also.
Not a lot, but like just one like every so often.
Like, oh, here's Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the end. No, I'm talking about like post 100.
Oh, post 100. Yeah.
There's like maybe the Saw episode.
I forgot Aquaman showed up before that.
Excuse me. Yeah.
So yeah,
he did.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. It's like just a really boring roller coaster ride at times.
Yeah, like
it was exciting at the first half.
Yeah, it was just so disjointed, and you know the last half, especially after the 100th, when for like what 5-6 episodes, when we're going back and forth on Clark and Lana. You know, just are they together? Are they broke up? Are they together? Are they broke up? And like that was just so annoying and tiring. Like I feel like season 5, I have nothing to back this up. So everybody, I'm speaking out of my sphincter right now. I feel like season 5 is when Smallville started losing people. Like I feel like after the 100th episode, it just kind of meandered for a bit, and like you could tell they didn't really know what they were going to, you know, like the last maybe 3 episodes, 3 or 4, like there was enough of the Milton Fine, like something's going on, but like, you know, it never really felt like there was any outside of Lana and Clark and Lex, like outside of the triangle, it just felt like nothing. They were just trying whatever they could, you know. And then, you know, I feel like we do ultimately end in a very fun place with Lex Zod, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's fun, and, like, Clark's stuck in the Phantom Zone, and, like, I feel like we're in a...
How's he gonna get out?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, you know, especially knowing what Season 6 does, you know, it's a very exciting time once we pass this little plateau, but again, I don't know, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it feels like that would have been a big place for people to just start dropping off. Yeah. Like it reminds me a lot of the first half of Lost season 3, where like first 2 seasons of Lost are excellent, you know, and then they kind of just start lazily, you know, they don't really know when they're going to end, so they have to just kind of give us filler, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so like Smallville knew they were building to the 100th, and then they didn't really know what to do after that. Yeah. And like, you know, think about it. If we're building to the Christopher Reeve movies, right? Which obviously it doesn't line up perfectly, but that's always been their kind of North Star, right? So if we're trying to get to the Christopher Reeve movies, we've now got the Fortress of Solitude. We've got Jonathan Kent is dead. Like, he is at this moment, in the moment right before he goes away for 12 years and becomes Superman in the first movie. And so, you know, you can kind of feel that from them, like, well, we don't really know what to do, because the next step is Superman, and he's not going to be Superman on the show. So, like, what do we do? Yeah. And so, season 6, I feel like it comes up with some fun ways of being able to push the story forward without actually pushing Clark closer to his destiny. Like, they find some ways for him to kind of be like Superman, but he's not Superman. And like, he's still very much Clark in the shadows. Nobody knows anything's going on or anything. But they do find some fun ways of being able to push forward. And so, whereas in like, again, going back to my Lost analogy, whereas in like Lost season 1 and 2, it's about like surviving on the island. Yes, there's some Dharma stuff, but like once they knew the show was going to end and we moved into the back half of season 3 and they started introducing like time travel and, you know, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like that's when the show, I feel like Lost really took a shift and almost became what I think of when I think of Lost, which is the very heavy mythology, you know, island, good versus evil, the man in black, like all of that stuff, right? And I feel like Smallville, in a similar way, is at its point of becoming what I remember, or the way I like to think of Smallville, which is what it is in the back half. Because, you know, the first half, to me, it's all relationship stuff. And, like, that's fine. You know, it's fine. But, like, I like the superhero stuff. You know, like, that's what I like about it. I like that he's Superman, you know? And so it doesn't happen as quickly as Lost. Like, Lost, obviously, within the same season, went from kind of, you know, slowly doing things to, okay, we know when we're going to end. Okay, let's start rolling out the story. And Smallville, I feel like it really kind of takes its probably season 6 and 7 both to really shift itself into the height of Smallville, in my opinion, which is 8, 9, and 10, where it really just becomes like, this is a Superman show. Like, he's not Superman, but it is a Superman show.
Superman,
like, it's like when it's like at that point in season 8 and 9 and 10, it feels like The Flash or Arrow or something, where it's like we're dealing with DC Comics stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of it being all about relationships, you know? So it's exciting time, honestly. Like, season 6, really great. Season 7, again, I'm hoping I remember it worse than it actually is and that it surprises me. But I remember loving season 6 a lot. Like, I feel like there's at least one episode that is like in my top 5 episodes of Smallville, period. So, very exciting. But we're not there. We're in season 5. So, but, you know, I feel like you kind of had to go through the slump to reach them wanting to do more exciting things. Oh, yeah. You know, like if we hadn't have gone through our Dawson years, then we wouldn't have been able to get to what ultimately we get to. Yeah. And yeah, so it's season 5, mixed bag. There were some pretty decent highs, but also some pretty just boring lows. You know, the fact that one of our favorite episodes of the season is about Lionel playing Saw games, like that's one of the best, just says a lot about this series. You know what I mean? So, would you say you're glad we've watched season 5? Are you glad to be out of it? Or, you know, do you look at it more as a failure than a success? Or, you know, like how?
There's a lot of questions.
When you look back at season 5, how are you feeling?
I enjoyed it. I dislike Lana.
Yeah, this season really made
it
her the worst version.
Yeah.
I think she stays like this for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just go away. Also, I like the fact that they started dabbling more in the Clark and Lois friendship.
Yes. Fun. Lots of little steps towards that. They really were holding back. I feel like because they leaned so heavily into the triangle that they really didn't push it. I feel like there was more movement towards Clark and Lois in season 4 than there was in season 5. But I mean, there still is some. There was enough breadcrumbs to get us through. You know what I mean? There was enough to get us through. But like they really were trying to just play into the trio, and I just we haven't even talked about Jonathan Kent dying. Like I barely mentioned it.
He's a good old boy.
He was a good old boy, never doing no wrong, you know? And he died. Were you expecting Jonathan Kent to not be a part of the series at this point?
Not at this point. I thought we'd at least have him maybe another season.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, because I was like, there's no way. I was like, yeah, probably by now his dad was killed, like, or died, you know.
I mean, he was dead before, I'm pretty sure before Clark even graduated school. So, like obviously the timeline's not perfect.
Yeah.
And, like, the fortress appears after his death in the movie. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they really, it sucks that they felt that was the Bible that they had to stick to.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't. I mean, think about, like, Lois and Clark, you know, the show.
Yeah.
Like, his mom and dad was, like, reoccurring characters in that. And he's, like, an adult getting married. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're like, you're not supposed to be here.
And also, fuck Dean Cain. Just really quick, just want to throw that out there.
Oh.
Dean Cain sucks, to be completely clear.
He's part of the crazy actors that are DC superheroes that do crazy crap.
Dude,
so.
They should do, like, a fucking god-awful Justice League with, like, Dean Cain, Superman, Zachary Levi's Shazam.
Why are you giving them this idea?
But, like, they can't get it approved by James Gunn, obviously, and so they just have to call themselves different names, and it is the worst fucking thing you've ever seen. Okay, it is just awful. I mean, I wouldn't pay for it, but I would morbidly watch that just to be able to shit on it. You know, I would want to go to the theater and, like, with a bunch of people to heckle it, you know? Like when you go watch The Room, right? Except with minus joy. Like, I feel like there's still some joy to be had watching The Room. Like,
yeah,
with
there
others.
is if you know the backstory to it.
But, like, this, I want it to be like that, but it's not in a positive way. We are all just straight up shitting on it the whole time. I feel like that would be fun. That would be a blast. But, man, you know what else would be a blast? Getting a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime.
Music scared me.
That's right. This episode is brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Have you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speedy deliveries, and exclusive deals? Well, with Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more. Stream thousands of movies and TV shows like The Boys, listen to ad-free music, and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. Ready to experience the best of Amazon? Well, use the link in the description of this episode to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. Plus, next week, big Prime Day deals or whatever. It's like, I think it's October 8th. So sign up, get the free 30 days, cancel that shit. Make Jeff Bezos cry a little, and then also support Hopefully Awesome at the same time. Yeah. Win.
Make us cry. Because you support us. Yeah, because you support us.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. And you know what else you can do? You can get back to the show.
Yeah.
What is it good for?
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. You're playing your fucking mobile game. What the fuck? Like, I figured you were probably, like, looking at chat or something. No. And I'll look over and, here's 3 squares, and now they just cleared.
That's not that kind of game.
You got a couple of donuts in a row, and now the line's gone, Just got to crush some candy real quick.
I'm playing candy.
You fucking asshole. God. You're such an asshole. That's funny. That's really funny. I do like it. I'm being funny.
Okay.
Like, I'm not mad. I think it's funny.
I was like, I already know, like, nothing else has happened in chat aside of Matt CR. I promise I'll get to you. But, outside of that, nothing else, happened. We have a new subscriber.
Hey, welcome.
Shout out to Roboto B.
Robotogapi?
Roboto B.
Roboto B.
Yeah.
I like it. Welcome, Roboto B. Welcome.
Matt CR. I don't know if he's checked his email.
For Digimon?
I don't know.
Not yet. I did not check it for Digimon. Nor Sailor Moon, if that is what you're talking about.
Will we hear about commentaries and cutscenes? Yes.
Yeah, ish. Not a whole lot.
He said that you like talking out of your rear. Hi, Jerry Hannah.
What's up, Jerry?
And he said, Matt Sierra said, the Smallville ratings were usually pretty consistent. The lowest rated one for the 5th season was Fragile.
Fragile. Yeah. Yeah, that was one for sure.
Yeah.
War. What is it good for? How Clark and Lana have progressed this season. I didn't rewrite that.
Bitch.
Clark and Lana, maybe a lot happens, okay? So I'm going to run through this, but it will spark conversation. So at any point, you feel the need to jump in and say something, feel free. But I'm not necessarily going to pause after every line that I read. Okay, just to be totally clear.
Just go balls to the walls.
Okay. Clark and Lana begin this season by recognizing their love for one another in the fallout of the second meteor shower. With Clark losing his powers, he and Lana enjoy a summer of love. If you see this farm a rockin', don't come a knockin', 'cause I'm getting milked. Moo. Moo. Get it?
Ew.
They enjoy a summer of normalcy together and take their relationship to the next level. Boink. After Clark dies and is resurrected by Jor-El, his powers return and causes him to be cautious again and begin lying to Lana again.
Yay!
He's afraid he's gonna dick her too hard. Listen, it seems like Clark should have listened to that Tenacious D song.
No, please
Fuck her
don't.
gently, okay?
Please don't sing that song, please.
I'm just saying.
Please.
Anyway, Lana decides to go to Met You with Chloe while Clark goes to Kansas State, causing their relationship to be a bit strained. Lana begins feeling that Clark is hiding something from her and pulling away as Clark is no longer willing to be intimate with her. She wants the super D, super dude, as we like to call it.
He cannot.
I mean, he's afraid to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he can.
He's afraid the super D is going to break her.
He's afraid the super D will release the super C and crack her super B, if you know what I'm saying.
He's also probably afraid of that C and his heat vision kicks.
Oh, jeez. He just fucking blazes her head off. I mean, if this was The Boys, that's definitely what would happen. That would happen. In a last-ditch effort to save his relationship with Lana, Clark decides to tell Lana his secret and ask her to marry him. Lana realizes she loves Clark, secrets and all, and says yes. Lex realizes that Lana knows the truth about Clark and chases after her in a car, and Lana is hit by a school bus and dies, protecting Clark's secret. Sorry, excuse me. Clark is unable to accept this and begs for Jor-El to let him change the past. Jor-El turns the world back one day, and Clark decides not to tell Lana his secret, nor propose to her. Lana decides that she can't handle his lies anymore and breaks up with him. Once Jonathan Kent dies, Lana decides to stand by Clark as he deals with the loss of his father. Lex sends a hypnotist after Clark to cause Clark and Lana to break up. Clark decides that Lana would probably be better off without him always lying to her and decides to let Lana believe that he truly doesn't love her anymore. Lana begins dating Lex, but when Lex is taken over by Zod, she overhears Clark and Chloe discussing Clark needing to kill Lex.
Yeah.
When Lana confronts Clark about killing Lex, she tells Clark and she can't believe that she would ever love someone like him. So, there you go. So we went from a summer of love to a fall of misery.
Yeah.
A spring of sadness. Because we went to the spring.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, honestly, happy this happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it needs to be done.
It needed to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot. I mean, we've already kind of talked about it, but like the back and forth is just the worst in this season.
It drove me insane and only caused me to dislike her even more.
And honestly, it wouldn't be as bad. It wouldn't be as bad if they hadn't broke up in the 100th and then they spent the next 4 or 5 episodes going back and forth on are they together or are they not together. I think that was the part that really just frustrated the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna fucking do it, just do it.
Do it.
Fucking break them up. You know, let's move on.
Rip the Band-Aid.
Yes. I don't need 9 more episodes of will they, won't they.
Mm-mm.
All right? You are
This is not Boy Meets World.
This is not Jim and Pam. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
This is not Ross and Rachel.
And Lex is far from Karen Filippelli. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever that is.
Karen Filippelli? From The Office. God. How Clark and Lex have progressed this week. Well, Clark and Lex begin the season in the fallout of the season 4 finale, where Lex assaulted Lana for the stone and kidnapped Chloe in the caves. Clark and Chloe discover Lex has still been experimenting on the meteor infected when 3 of them take Lana and the Kens hostage. Clark begins working with his professor, Milton Fine, to help reveal Lex's secrets and expose LuthorCorp for their terribleness. Clark finds out Lex is keeping the black ship and is now working with Lana to learn its secrets. Clark's distrust of Lex continues growing throughout the season with various situations that show Clark just how far gone Lex really is. But when Lex begins dating Lana, that is really the last straw. Clark finds out that Lex is the new vessel for Zod and is told by Jor-El that he will have to kill Lex in order to save the world. Clark approaches Lex, and Lex discovers Clark's secret. Clark defies Jor-El again and stabs Brainiac instead, which inadvertently allows Brainiac to release Zod from the Phantom Zone. Zod takes over Lex's body and kills Lex. Zod then condemns Clark to the Phantom Zone while he begins his conquest of Earth. So even though, like, the trio is the plot of the season, there's not really a lot of Clark-Lex stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, Lex is bad.
Yeah.
And Clark realizes it. But, like, that's it. Like, it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like that plays into the whole, that batch right after the 100th of just mind-numbing. Because it's shit we know.
Yeah.
It's shit Clark knows. It's not even that we know and the characters don't. Like, the characters know.
Yeah.
So everybody's just standing still for 7 episodes, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, it sucks. Like, it's really boring, you know? God. How? Go ahead.
Sorry. Hi, Hikari.
Hikari!
Missed you guys. Welcome back. The will they, won't they plots are so exhausting on series. I'm sure Maggie gets what I mean from a certain 90s anime. Yes, I do. And Matt Ciar just said, well, he said this before what he said right now. He said, I'll be barfing with whatever Lexana crap is brought up. Lana annoyed me to begin with anyway, after like the first or second season. She annoyed me since day 1.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to be an advocate for Lana, mainly because of how much you hate her. But like, this season really, I mean, it was tough, you know. But also, fuck Clark. Clark's a fucking pussy. Like, you know, just either be honest.
Yeah.
Or fuck off.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I mean, it's that easy. Like, you know, I know there's got to be drama. Because it's a television show.
It's on the CW.
Like, I know that has to exist. And that this isn't the real world. I get that. But, like, you can make something good instead of just making everyone fucking stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can write a compelling story involving these relationships without having to make every single person a part of it just be a complete and utter moron. You know? Like, that's the thing. Everybody's acting out of character. Like, nobody was acting the way that they would. You know?
Yeah.
It's just so
stupid.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a huge season 5 fan. And also, this has nothing to do with the relationships, but another reason I dislike season 5, they changed the cases. So when I bought season 5, it was no longer the same size as the first 4.
That's annoying as crap, man.
Because the first 4 was like the you pull out and it's like almost like a book.
Yeah.
But it's plastic and it's like each individual disc, you know? And then season 5 is one that you pull out and it like unfolds.
Yeah.
So it all lays out like this.
They didn't get enough funding.
Yeah, I mean they cut back. And so because of that, there's like this much of a gap on the top. So you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I got the Blu-ray of season 10. So it was even smaller. I ended up buying season 10 of Smallville on DVD after I bought it on Blu-ray just so I could have it finish up. Which I think they went back to a different style of case. I think at a certain point they stopped doing the fold and it became the hard plastic shell. Like it still had the sleeve. Yeah. Thank God it had the sleeve. But I think it went back to the hard
Yeah.
plastic shell, which was also still terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's probably another reason I don't like season 5. I know it's a terrible reason, but it is what it is. So, how Lex and Lana have progressed this season. Lex and Lana began the season with Lana hating Lex. Remember that? We began with her not liking Lex.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even be around him.
Nope.
Like, it was like, oh, you're fucking crazy. And like, he
He
tried
was
to
like
punch her.
gaslighting her
Yeah.
all the freaking time.
And yeah.
Like, I couldn't stand that for her. Like, that's like the worst thing ever. Somebody just doing
Yes.
that to you over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And she knew what she saw.
And the fact that she could get from that within not even a year. I mean, because it's like 9 months, right?
Yeah.
Within like 9 months to abandoning like faith in Clark, who's saved her numerous times, and complete and utter faith in Lex. You know,
Yeah.
like that she abandoned everything she ever knew or believed. It's just wild, and it feels, honestly, it feels very untrue to Lana. Like with all the shit she's been through,
Yeah.
especially with the dude in season 4, like especially with that, like
Yeah.
I don't see her as somebody that would be so easily played.
I agree. And also, you had said this previously in an episode. I'm so sorry, everybody, about
You're
context
fine.
being mean. That whoever she's with, she like
Kind of
mirrors them.
Yeah,
So, like, she married Clark. She's all good, and we
Yeah.
kind of sort of liked her for a bit.
she was a cheerleader when she was dating Whitney.
Whitney.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was, the quarterback. Right. She became like Tomb Raider in season 4, like when she was
Yeah.
dating, I cannot think of his name. Teague. Coach Teague.
Jason T.
Jason Teague. Yeah. Dean. Come on, Sam! Anyway, it's
And
crazy.
his mom was Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
That's true. Lex eventually comes clean. Oh, wait, sorry, I skipped over something. After he assaulted Lana in the season 4 finale, Lex now tries to convince Lana that she is crazy and that the Kryptonian ship never existed.
Asshole.
Lex eventually comes clean and tells Lana the truth about the ship and asks her to begin helping him figure out what it is. Lex is then shot. I feel like I remember. Hang on. Oh, my God.
Lex is then shot and is visited by his dead mother, who shows Lex the life he could have had if he'd turn his life around and do good instead of evil.
In this vision of the future, Lex has found true happiness by marrying Lana and having a son and daughter together. I'm trying to remember. I know they only had a son, but she gives birth to a daughter, right?
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. My sinuses are like drying out.
Uh-oh.
However, Lana dies in childbirth and Lex is powerless to help her because of the choices he made to move away from the business world. Lex decides that the only way to truly be happy is to have enough power to ensure you can be. Lana visits Lex to console him for losing the Senate race, but when Lex sees Lana's engagement ring, he realizes that she finally knows Clark's secret and begins chasing her down to finally find out what Clark has been hiding all of these years. Lex causes Lana to get into a crash and watches her die. After Clark turns back time, Lana visits Lex to console him for losing the Senate race, but discovers that Clark and Lana have broken up. In his distraught state, Lex kisses Lana. Lana hurries and leaves, and Lex regrets it, so he begins chasing her down in a car, but Clark stops the bus before it can hit Lana this time. Lex exits the car to check on Lana, and they reconcile. Lex begins plotting
Stupid.
the demise of Clark and Lana's relationship, which culminates in him sending a hypnotist to force Clark to cheat on Lana. The fact that that's what did him, all the back and forth. The Simone.
Oh, what was her last name?
Chesterman.
Chesterman.
Simone Chesterman. Which causes them to end their relationship once and for all. Lana grows closer to Lex in the fallout of her relationship with Clark. Lex uses their Black Ship project to manipulate Lana into spending more time together. After a few times, Lex kisses Lana, and Lana kisses Lex back. They begin dating, and when Lex gets abducted by Brainiac and gains superpowers, Lana stands by him and is thankful for his trust in her. Lana tells Lex about Clark and Chloe planning to try and kill him. Lex tells Lana that he has to take care of some things, but that if she wants to give their relationship a real shot, then she needs to meet him on the roof of Luthor Corps Plaza that night. Lana fights her way through the dark Thursday riots and finds her way to the top of Luthor Corps Plaza, where she finds Lex, Zod, standing and looking over the city while it burns. Lana proclaims her trust and loyalty to Lex and embraces him, causing Zod to kiss her passionately. Just some of these lines, it's like, wait, what the fuck is this show? Like, after Lex is abducted by Brainiac
like,
and gains superpowers.
Passions. Yeah, Passions. It sounds like Passions. Never got to watch that show, but it sounds like Passions.
Spock always liked Passions.
Yeah, that is right. Burst Jones in chat, what's up? He says, well, even though she was more...
Sorry, I paused the wrong one. I'm sorry.
More mature than most, she still got that teenage girl mindset. She has that, oh, you don't love me, okay, on to the next attitude. True. She's also, like, I don't know, she got assaulted and she went right straight back to just reconciling with him. It just, that ran all over me.
I mean, at least it was several episodes later when they reconciled.
Yeah.
And I mean, the assault was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was terrible. But, like, he didn't punch her. He more just, like, stole her purse.
Yeah.
Which is awful.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Lillian messed up by showing a life to where the woman he loves dies. She had one job as the ghost of Christmas future.
Look how happy you can be, Lex. Your wife will die.
Yeah, look at that. You'll have kids, but your wife will die.
God, fucking Lillian. No wonder you're dead.
God. I could give Clark a pass for the decisions that Clark made after losing his father, but it still makes me mad nonetheless.
For sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like we said in the episodes following the 100th, like, Clark being distraught and making terrible choices is totally legit and real. And I understand why Lana would choose to stay with Clark even though they broke up because he lost his dad. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
That being said, these are terrible decisions. Like, you know, as sad as it is, if you're in a relationship, like, just from Lana's perspective, where the person continually lies to you, does not trust you, and you know that, right? Like, you can feel that. It doesn't matter. You gotta look out for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as much as you love somebody, if they're treating you like fucking shit, get the fuck out, you know?
It's not worth it.
Yeah. So, anyway, and then, of course, Clark making the choices he makes. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's more of a cop-out than an excuse. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, because we don't see him do anything that really, like, sorry, I didn't realize it was going. Like, we don't really see him do anything that, like, shows how far gone he is. I mean, like, yes, there's the one episode where he almost kills somebody. Right. Like,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But, like, aside from that, after that, he's just Clark and he's just sad, which is fun. But, like, if we're going to say that he's making poor choices because of the grief he's going through, they didn't do a good enough job of showing that.
No.
You know?
They should have showed him signing up for a credit card and buying a bunch of credit.
Yeah, you know?
Like,
I mean, he
like
should have.
something like that.
Why didn't Clark put on Red K? I mean, you know, like, I'm just saying, I mean, obviously he's matured, right? And, like, he's grown as a person. Great. But, like, if we're to believe that the choices he's making is because he's so distraught, then why would he not wear Red K? Yeah. Why would he not do whatever he could to feel something? Like, if he's really that distraught, and that's why it pisses me off, because they're not showing us any of this. They're just telling us this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have any actions to back that up. You're just saying that this is why, you know?
They'd probably be like, oh no, if we show Clark doing this, teenagers will actually do this.
Take Red K?
Yeah, take Red K. Take drugs.
Red Clark.
Open up multiple credit card accounts.
He buys new shoes. This guy, he gets me shoes.
He's a shoe guy.
So
he never wears them.
how Clark and Lois progress this year.
This year?
Stop. So Lois moves back to Smallville after spending the summer trying to find Lucy with her father. Remember that? Remember how that was a plot?
Yeah.
That was a plot.
That was a plot.
Once Lana moves to Metropolis, Lois moves out of the Kent's home and into the Talon apartment. Lois begins dating AC, which Clark tries to warn her about, but she doesn't want his opinion on who she's dating. This will be a reoccurring thing throughout the entire season.
Clark.
Clark learns the truth about AC and how he's trying to stop Luthor Corps from destroying the ocean or something, and helps him escape Lex. AC leaves. God damn it. Leaves Smallville, and Lois laments that she has never been with someone so selfless and hopes that one day she'll find her hero, to which Clark assures her that she will. I didn't want this to come across sound like she's damsel in distress.
No.
Like, it's not that. She respects.
She wants,
that, you know?
She wants a good guy.
She wants someone admirable.
Yeah, has morals.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So when I say she's looking for a hero, it's not her hero.
I need a hero.
I thought she's going to keep going.
I need a
Chloe recruits Lois to help her try and track down a story about human trafficking. Lois inadvertently becomes a stripper and gives Clark a lap dance.
Yes.
Lois is almost taken hostage, but Clark stops the helicopter while Lois beats the shit out of her kidnappers. Chloe tells Lois that the trafficker will go free due to diplomatic immunity, and Lois says that she can't understand how Chloe can deal with that and how she would never be able to move on from something like that. And Chloe tells Lois that that's usually how the good reporters start. Foreshadowing! Lois becomes Jonathan Kent's campaign manager. So it's like, oh, you should be a reporter.
Oh, guess what? You're a campaign manager for a state senate.
Again, this is another classic season 5. Oh, well, we know where she's gonna go. We can't go there yet.
We can't let her be who everybody already knows her to be. We gotta do something with her. Oh, she could just be campaign manager. That's it. No experience.
Of course. And they'll win. Obviously. A state senate. Get the fuck out of here. When Martha takes on the role of senator, she hires Lois to be her deputy director. Lois dates a guy who ends up being an assassin, which Clark also warned her about. Lois and Chloe save Clark from being buried alive behind the Talon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lois again laments that her track record with men is terrible, to which Martha tells her that she believes you have to go through the bad ones before you can get to the one, like her Jonathan. But Lois is afraid she may be distracted by her bad ones, that she's missing her Jonathan standing right in front of her. I can't. I forget exactly how she words it, but it's very obvious that they're being like, oh, Clark, duh. Yeah. Lois gives Clark advice on breaking up with Lana, the piggy bank, and Harley, and all that stuff. And Clark says he feels like she knows him better than anyone. And that's where we leave him. Like, I mean,
yeah,
Lois and Martha are like drugged on a plane, a Brainiac in his pilot outfit. But like, yeah, that's really where we leave them. Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think? Relationships? We've already said enough. Let's get on. Let's move on from this. Let's get into continuity.
Carry on my wayward son.
All right. Completely new opening credits were used from season 5 onwards. Erica Durance has officially become the main cast, has officially become part of the main cast, though she only appears in 13 episodes. You could tell anytime she wasn't there. Yeah. We missed her, you know? Yeah. And I was even thinking back, those first 3 episodes, I mean, she's in the first episode because it's the fallout of season 4. But like the episode where they get kidnapped by the Wonder Twins and the episode with the rocket, she's not in. Tommy Lee Jones and twins, yeah. And like you could feel it. Yeah. Because then like when Clark gets his powers back, she's back. And so it just feels like those episodes almost don't exist, you know? Because, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they're so, like, disconnected from the rest of the season. Yeah. And by by episode 4, we just kind of reestablished the status quo. Yeah. And so it's almost like nothing really mattered in the first 4 episodes of the season, you know? Yeah. I mean, it did, obviously. And, like, it set up the 100th and someone having to die on Brainiac and all that, blah, blah. But, like, it really was just, it's just, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Clark forms the Fortress of Solitude in this season. This season sees the end of the friendship between Clark and Lex.
Hallelujah, it's dead.
This is the last season to feature Sheriff Nancy Adams. You're lying.
I'm trying to think.
You said this is a good cup of coffee. This is a great cup of coffee. A cappuccino.
You told me this is a good cup of cappuccino. It's a great cup of cappuccino.
R.I.P. Queen. This is the last season featuring John Schneider as Jonathan Kent as a series regular. Womp 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 womp.
Rest in power, King.
This season marks the third time that Clark has lost his powers. The first was in the episode Leech, and the second was in the episode Asylum.
God, Clark.
Both of which caused by Superboy. Sean Ashmore.
Iceman.
Yeah, Sean Ashmore, because his twin brother gets me confused. Aaron Ashmore. I can never remember which one's which. Clark and Lana lose their virginities this season.
Oh, whoa!
Which is a lie. Let's be honest.
It's a lie.
That's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Bull crap about Lana.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
you
sorry.
Can't tell me
Whitney
her and Wow weren't fucking in the bushes.
Her and Wow is not like doing it in the truck and stuff.
And I'm sorry, but Red Clark was boning, okay? You don't listen to Good Charlotte and not have sex, okay?
I could see Red Clark getting it on to boys just
lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Oh my god. Let's see. This is the first season to feature any living Kryptonians other than Clark. This season marks the show's 100th episode milestone. Brainiac is the main antagonist, making this the second season not to have the main antagonist as a main character. I'm trying to remember the other one. What was the other one?
Mm-hmm.
The first season, there wasn't really an antagonist of the season.
Really.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, unless you count Lionel, maybe the Teagues. But Jason Teague was a main cast member. Doesn't matter.
Go away.
This season marks the beginning of a new chapter in the Smallville series, most notably known as Clark's training begins and Lex's descension to darkness. I am born. This season features
Batman.
Two characters called Snake and the Chameleon as one episode villains. Both are adaptations. I hate you. Are adaptations of less known Superman villains, together with Brainiac, Namek, Aether, General Zod, and a more villainous Lex Luthor. This marks a shift from previous seasons, which mainly used original villains intended for the show. In fact, out of the 22 episodes in Season 5, 11 episodes have canonical Superman villains as antagonists, with original villains Dr. Alistair Craig in Cyborg and Simone Chesterman in Hypnotic, both serving Lex Luthor.
Canonical.
All right, welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right. All the people we met this season,
What's all these people?
This is reoccurring people. I'll put it that way. We got Aether and Namek, the disciples of Zod. Brainiac, Arthur Curry.
I see.
Not reoccurring. I said reoccurring. They're not reoccurring. These are like prominent characters. So I'll put it that way, because this one does not ever come back. The Daily Planet editor-in-chief, Pauline Kahn.
Was that the Batwoman?
No, that was Pauline Kahn is the Princess Leia.
Oh, yeah.
From Buffy.
Oh my
from the
god,
Buffy
I
episode.
felt so bad.
Detective Maggie Sawyer is back for the first time since season 3.
You forgot Senator Jack Jennings.
Oh yeah, how could I
Uncle
forget
Jack.
Senator Jack Jennings? My bad.
Another good old boy.
Andrea Rojas, the Angel of Vengeance.
Rojas.
Victor Stone. Booyah!
Booyah! I couldn't remember. You didn't say Cyborg, so that's why my brain's like, huh?
And of course, General Zod.
Zoe.
I will find him.
Okay, calm down, Zoe. You can't
What if it
just
was
track
like,
down Brad and ask him to prom
what
like
if
that.
what if Zod was like Zoe Deschanel? It's like, you got a nil.
What was that again? Really?
I'm so whimsical. I'm Zoe Deschanel.
I'm clipping that and I'm sending it to her in her DMs.
That's Zoe Deschanel.
Not her eyes.
She's like, you know.
No, she does not make that sound.
I'm telling you.
She's marrying one of the Property brothers.
Which one?
I don't know.
Her sister fucked Bones.
No, she studied bones. She's an anthropologist.
No, he is a detective.
No.
All right, let's remember all those we lost this year.
We're all gonna die.
God. Oh my God.
40 people died in season 5, plus the body count of Dark Thursday rides. There are 5 episodes in season 5 where no one died.
Good.
Only 5
Good
out of
job.
22 episodes. Tom Welling's Superman Clark Kent is not a good average of saving people. Just saying. By the end of this season,
he can't be everywhere, Matt.
By the end of this season, there are a total of 36 episodes in the entire series where no one died. That's an average of approximately 7 episodes per season. Clark saved Lana Lang 8 times. He saves Chloe Sullivan 3 times and tries to save her once. He saves Lex Luthor's life 4 times. He saved Lois Lane twice and tries to save her once. I think that's in reference to when they were kidnapped by the ghost guy.
And they wound up saving him.
Yeah. Let's see here. Clark saved Jonathan and Martha 4 times and Lionel twice. Clark was saved by Jor-El twice, Professor Fine once, Chloe and Lois once, 3 times by Chloe alone, and himself once. He saved himself. I guess, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Maybe... No. Maybe when he got stabbed with the kryptonite and saw his dad?
Maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I mean, Jonathan saved him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Clark died in the episode Hidden. Lana dies in Lex's vision of the future in Lexmas. Sheriff Nancy Adam died in the episode Lockdown. Lana dies in the episode Reckoning, but is saved when Clark and Jor-El turn back Tom. And then Jonathan Kent dies in Reckoning.
Matt ZR, thank you.
What?
He said, it was Jonathan Scott for the Property brothers. She's married.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Dynamite drop in. All right, let's talk about the Freak of the Week.
Major Funky.
All right, so the special features, we're going to talk about those first, and then we're also going to recap the Freaks of the Week. Sorry.
How
on my head.
dare you.
So, of course, there were some deleted scenes and some commentary tracks, which we kind of watched throughout the season. There was a handful of deleted scenes we watched, like when Clark carries Jonathan. That was weird. It was weird. Go out, please save him. It was weird.
Just screaming over John Schneider.
So the main 2 I want to bring up is, of course, the making of the 100th episode, which we watched, and I really liked it. It was not well done. Like, the editing was a disaster.
Somebody just had a field day. They're like, I am going to show them that I can do this.
Like, every built-in transition they used, you know? They're like,
I'm going to use everything at my power right now. Adobe, anything.
I'll show
Paint,
them.
Microsoft Paint, I'm going to use it. But yeah, Blender, I'm going to use that.
It was terrible. I mean, hey, I'm sure they were given nothing budget, probably no time.
Yeah.
You know, and who knows how it all happened. So no hate against the editor, but it was a terrible editing job. Okay, and I don't blame them per se, but maybe they do suck.
Blame
the game, not the haters or players.
Hate the player, not the game.
Of course, the other thing we want to bring up is the Vengeance Chronicles, brought to you by AccuView.
I gotta adjust my AccuView.
Don't. That's weird. People are gonna tune out. They don't like watching people touch their eyes. Stop.
What about this?
What are you doing? Touching your nose?
Touching.
Okay. Anyway, I don't get it. So,
Picking my nose.
Vengeance Chronicles, better than the Chloe Chronicles.
Yeah,
A step up from the Chloe Chronicles.
it is.
It was interesting seeing a couple of people come back from prior episodes that did not appear in the actual show.
Yeah.
So I guess they had somewhat of a budget of some kind. and ultimately didn't really lead to anything,
Nope.
which is fine. It's they're not really supposed to, but I mean, for like free extra web content, I thought it was decent. It's not the best stuff I've ever seen, but it's far from the worst shit I've ever seen.
That's true.
And I mean, giving Andrew Rojas like a leading story in it, like I thought that was cool. And like seeing another hero in the Smallville universe kind of doing something like it was cool. Because anytime we've only seen that, like they've been in contact with Clark, so like getting someone else and they're kind of running around doing their thing. I thought that was, at the very least, it was interesting. Again, not the best thing I've ever seen, and I believe this is the reason why the writers went on strike. not necessarily the specific.
Credits had like just names, but it didn't say anything specific what those names did.
Because they didn't have to pay them royalties or anything, like because web content was considered extra and not a part of actual production. So like there was no rules about like having to give people official credits, having to pay them actual like money as if it's a real production. Like they were able to just kind of run around and do bullshit under the guise of it just being like behind the scenes essentially.
Yeah.
And so that's why the writers went on strike and was like, hey, fuck around and find out, which causes not really season 6 but in season 7 to be a shorter season because the writers were on strike for so long. It's crazy. Which also is the reason One Tree Hill got to be renewed and came back stronger for another like 8 seasons. There you go.
8 seasons?
A lot of seasons for real. Like it was season 5, and I believe it went on for like 11 or 12 seasons. I mean, it doubled its run because there was nothing new for people to watch. Like for real, that's why people watched it. It's crazy. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So Maggie, with both of these special features and plus all the the deleted scenes, commentaries, all that shit, where would you put season 5 special features in the ranking? So currently we have season 3's special features at number 4, season 1 at number 3, season 2 at number 2, and season 4 at number 1. That's so confusing. So season 4's special features had the commentary track with the witches.
Oh yeah.
That they had more than that, but we'll give it that. Season 2 was the Chloe Chronicles with Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. And season 1 had the first set of Chloe Chronicles. And season 3, I don't recall. So
I feel like season 3 didn't have anything.
It had something, but it wasn't anything. So what do you think? Oh, season 4 also had the Lois Lane documentary, like becoming Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I think season 2 may have also had the Christopher Reeve thing, where like it talked about him as Superman.
I want to say season 5 special feature number 3.
New number 3. Agree to that. Let's pull it up here.
Because I really liked the Lois Lane thing out of the season 4.
Agreed. It was cool, and I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all. It's the whole thing. You know what? I'll add it later because I can't find it on the list here. Okay. Maggie, cover it.
Current freaks of the week.
Did you say Kermit?
Current.
All right. So the current Freak of the Week season rankings. So we're going to take the number 1 and add it to the ranking of number 1s from past seasons. And then we're also going to take the bottom and add it to the ranking of the worst from each season. Okay. Mm-hmm. So currently, Maggie, why don't you read this while I pull this up so I can update the list?
The best list.
There you go.
Number 1, Red Clark, season 2. Number 2, Ron, season 1. Number 3, Crypto, season 4. And number 4, Alicia, season 3.
All right. And we will be adding Legzod to the list. Where do you want to add Legzod?
I want to say 2.
2 above Ryan? I think you're right, honestly. And like, just based solely off the one episode,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to really, but like in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, we already knew Red Clark.
No, we didn't. Red Clark? We didn't know Red Clark.
Not by then?
What? In Red... What?
I'm thinking about the end. When he just disappears that last episode, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, this is Red Clark, the first appearance of Red Clark. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm with you. Above Ron.
Yeah.
So, we'll do.
What is Oxycontin? That's my favorite Ron line.
And now we're going to add the worst. So, we got Darkwing Duck, a.k.a. Samantha Drake from the episode Fanatic. Baldy.
Yes.
Baldy.
Oh.
Being added to the list. Currently, the ranking for the worst is at number 4, Garrett from season 3. Number 3, Adam Sandler from season 4.
God, I can barely remember that episode.
Number 2, Byron.
Byron.
From season 2. And number 1, forever, Bug Boy from season 1. The absolute fucking worst. Maggie, where do you want to add Darkwing Duck? Samantha Drake. So, okay, Garrett was the one that had the bomb strapped to his chest.
Yeah, and he hollered out his brother's name all the time.
Yes. Adam Sandler is the sand guy that killed Alicia. Yeah, because he didn't want people to have sex.
No.
He's very conservative.
Yeah, he wants Smallville to go back to the good old days.
He wanted to make Smallville great again. Okay, that's what he was trying to do. Okay, let's make a call spade a spade. All right, he was wanting to outlaw birth control and everything. All right, he's a huge piece of shit. Just a huge piece of shit. Adam Sandler. Just to be clear, who we're talking about.
Not the famous
Not
one.
the Adam Sandler.
Not the famous one.
Where do you want to put Darkwing Duck, a.k.a.
I want to
Samantha
say
Drake?
number 2 because she's just crazy.
So, okay, again,
The worst.
this is the higher it is, the worse they are.
Dang it.
So, like,
But
number
she's
one
crazy.
number 1 is the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know that. I understand that, but I'm just saying she's just so crazy. Like she shaves her head bald.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing that she's not crazy, but I think we also have to take into account irritation and boredom. Okay, that's what makes these the worst.
5.
Okay, well, no, okay, you're still. That means that she's not as bad as the rest of them. It's like
4.
It's like golf. Okay, the lower
I hate
the
golf.
score, the better
You are doing.
Listen, Bug Boy is the worst of the worst.
-1.
Okay, Byron was boring. Do you remember Byron?
Yeah.
He's
emo.
He's like the werewolf kid.
Yeah.
But he didn't turn into a wolf. He turned into a fucking white piece of shit. Okay?
White.
Because he
White.
because he was pale. Is how I mean
White.
that. God.
White.
So Byron was boring. Adam Sandler was annoying, and Garrett was annoying. But Adam Sandler was more annoying.
Clark!
Yeah, exactly. So I would say Samantha Drake being crazy almost leads more to her being not as bad because there is something legitimately good about her.
Yeah.
Or not good,
No,
but entertaining.
But yes.
But at the same time,
She's crazy.
she was awful.
She tried to murder people.
I'm fine with number 4. I
Okay,
think
number 4.
Garrett is probably the least of the worst.
Yes. Number 4.
All right.
I wish I could remember his brother's name.
Darkwing Duck. Season 5.
Samantha Drake. You better put Samantha
No,
Drake.
I'm not.
Because
I
you're
didn't
gonna
put
be
it for the rest of them. I didn't put it for the
When
rest
we
of them.
come
I
back to
remembered
it-
them. I remember it, all right? When we come back next season, and we have to have Darkwing Duck on here, all right? We'll know. We'll know. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about traitors.
I'm gonna worry about it.
Maybe we won't talk about traitors.
Traitors.
Nothing's
Call
going.
me, call on me.
All right, Maggie, Phil, because this is not wanting to do anything. Is this still working? Okay, that's still working.
I don't.
It's the Stream Deck that's just not wanting to do anything.
It's updating.
It might be.
Of all the times for you to start updating Stream Deck.
Dude, it wouldn't be the first time that it's done that. I mean, I can do this.
No.
Am I going to be able to do this? I don't know if I can intro it. Like, I can do it like
Call
this.
on me.
Oh my god, this is going to be the worst. Do you see all
I'm
of
trying to
these?
help you.
Oh my
Beast
god.
Wars, Sailor Moon,
Okay,
Ha Show.
here's Smallville. All right, everybody. We're doing it.
Oh
We're
my God.
raw dogging this.
No, don't describe it like that.
We're raw dogging it, everybody.
Stop it.
We're raw dog. You're gonna be a raw dog here. I can't find it.
Thank you, Matt CR. Vince! I
Here.
gotta say Vince!
Vince. Oh my god.
You don't. He can't die. Vince!
That was not the correct intro. So sorry. This is terrible. Why? Oh wait, I bet I have an idea.
Ooh. What method will he use?
The classic. Unplug it.
Oh my god.
Unplug it. Everybody, this is a
genius.
Stream Deck, by the way. This is how we intro everything. And when it breaks, I have to scroll through 47,000.
I was like looking at everything
scenes.
on the desktop. It's rough. Over
Like,
there on
there's
the
no way,
monitor.
man. There's no way. All right. Let's see. Did this work?
Hey!
Nailed it. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, Maggie?
Let me work it.
Ah, Brainiac plays a long con on Clark as Milton Fine to try and get him to release Zod, but ultimately fails in the episode Solitude. Brainiac does trick Lex into creating a megavirus to help give Lex powers so he can be the new vessel for Zod, and ultimately succeeds in the episode Vessel. Now let's talk about puberty.
Yeah. Big change.
All right. Clark does not learn any new superpowers this season. Congratulations, Clark.
Good
You
job,
did
Clark.
it. You fucking
You're
asshole.
missing a lot right now.
Maggie, can you name any superpowers that Clark doesn't currently have besides
Ice
fly?
breath.
Okay, ice breath and flight.
Yeah.
Anything else? Cellophane-S.
Sylphanus, the kiss of forgetfulness. And Hulk smash.
Like the smack that puts out fires or whatever. Okay,
So you
I'll
can't
give
do
you
it.
that. I'll give you that. I mean, yeah, I guess he probably couldn't currently do that. I guess.
Mm.
And he's strong and fast. I feel like that's all you need to be able to, you know. Speaking of powers, no flats, no tots. Did they break the rule this season? Maggie, we have a couple of times that are still up for question. So Clark maybe flew when he grabbed the rocket in the episode Hidden.
Maybe.
Again, that's a Billy theory. And Billy's not here. So
Get out of
no,
here,
he didn't.
Billy.
He did not fly. We all know that. We all know it. We counted down to Billy for nothing.
Hey, Billy. Get some glasses.
You're thinking of the Power Ranger Billy. He wears glasses.
No, Billy needs glasses. Your brother.
Clark flew with Lana in the Fortress of Solitude,
Mhm.
but that was erased from history, so it didn't actually happen.
Bullshit.
Nope, he didn't fly.
It's bull.
It was erased
bull.
from existence. He didn't fly.
No, he didn't.
He did, but he didn't,
He did.
because it didn't happen. It was erased.
He didn't.
Touche.
He didn't.
Fair. All right, let's talk about drugs.
What's Oxycontin?
Oh, Ryan. A new type of kryptonite was introduced this season, known as silver kryptonite, although it was created by Brainiac. So, okay, Maggie, I'm going to expand upon this now that we know how Brainiac and the ship work. Okay. So, Brainiac is the ship,
Yeah.
and Brainiac is liquid.
Yeah.
Liquid metal on a
Alex Mack.
endoskeleton. Yes, exactly.
Alex Mack.
Exactly. So when he puts himself on the black kryptonite, it's him that is silver kryptonite.
No.
So is that actually kryptonite?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's him. Like, he splooges on some black K and then, gets himself all up in Clark. You know what I mean?
That's gross.
Think about it.
Yeah.
He did.
And Lana
He
was
cut him
carrying
open.
that around.
Yeah.
Ew.
Believe me, you don't want to see what Brainiac looks like when you put him under a black light, okay?
Oh my god.
Lights up like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's Guardians reference. So this is the 5th new type of kryptonite to be introduced after green, red, clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot her necklace. But that doesn't do anything. I never considered that a kryptonite. It's just a rock. It's nothing.
It's a crystal.
Yeah, it's just a fucking crystal.
It's a crystal.
You wouldn't say the fucking
mineral.
Damn it, Marie, they're minerals. But like, you wouldn't say like the fucking towers in the fortress are a bunch of kryptonite, And you wouldn't.
All kryptonite. All clear kryptonite.
Bunch of fucking bullshit. And of course, black kryptonite. So there you go. I don't know. I say Silver K. We'll keep calling it that, but really, we all know on the inside it's Brainiac's semen. All right.
Matt Zero just said, now Matt is making me think how disgusting Brainiac truly is.
Dude, you don't even want to know.
Hey, nice.
Just he gets other 3 versions of himself together. They just start.
I know. Stop.
Listen, Maggie, there's this. Have you ever heard
Matt.
of a.
Hey,
what?
Matt.
What?
Hey, Matt.
What?
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. Let's. That's just prime.
Well, that's just prime.
Shutting you down.
Best quotes of the season.
Oh boy.
Jarrell. Cala, you time far. When
is that the guy from Phantom Menace? Is that the guy from Phantom Menace?
Ah, puta.
No, easy saying that word around here.
Chloe.
Clark, I think you're so amazing. You save people's lives and take 0 credit. To me, you're more than just a hero. You're a superhero.
Chloe.
No, I'm serious, Clark. If more humans were like you, the world would be a better place.
You could say that there's more to Clark than meets the eye. We got AC and Clark.
I won't be AC.
Okay.
Maybe when I'm finished saving the world, we could start a junior lifeguard association.
Nah, I don't think I'm ready for the JLA yet. I wish you would have done it as a surfer.
I could do it. Let me think.
Maybe when I'm finished saving the world, the gates of Valhalla.
Maybe when I'm finished saving the world, maybe we could start a junior lifeguard association.
And with no switch foot.
At Valhalla.
Milton Fine. There's no such thing as vampires, Clark. God. Get it? All right, we got Lois.
Clark, look, I'm not great at this, so just keep your mouth shut and listen up. Even though I was kicking butt on the helicopter, it was really nice to have backup. And you didn't have to come after me, but you always do. So I wanted to say thank you. You're a really good friend. Oh, and about the lap dance, if you decide to tell anyone about it, your Elmer Fudd nightlight will make a very public appearance.
Aye, aye, sailor. Sorry. I was snorting some...
No, you wasn't. Don't
this.
joke. Okay.
I was doing sailing.
What?
I was. And I think I poked myself a little too hard with it. And I think it's bleeding. Much like Ebenezer Scrooge, this is Lex. Much like Ebenezer Scrooge, I realized that what I want more than anything is to live happily ever after. And do you know what the secret of living happily ever after is? Power. Money and power. See, once you have those 2 things, You can secure everything else and keep it that way, bitch.
I want to still be Lois. I don't want to be her.
All right. Lana, what would you do if you thought you knew someone really well and it turns out that there's this whole other side to them?
I guess the question is, does it change the way you feel about him?
Maybe.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but I would be lucky to end up with someone as honorable as Clark someday.
Martha.
Clark, a heart beats only so many times in life. Your father used his more than anyone I know.
I just don't know how I'm supposed to be the man he wanted me to be without him here.
You're his son. You know what's right and wrong, and whether your father is here with us or not, you're a man he's proud of, a man he could look up to, and something tells me he won't be the only one.
Look, up in the sky.
I could fly twice as high.
No.
Take
we got
a
Chloe
look.
and Clark.
Chloe. Do you think you could ever do what she did? Play the mild-mannered reporter by day and a crime fighter by night?
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping I find a way to not have to hide who I really am. Underwear and all. Bitch. Clark. She said she hit you full on, and you're not even hurt. How'd you manage that?
Milk does the body good. Got milk.
Bitch. I just want to add bitch to the end of all of these. All right, Jonathan to Clark. This is your destiny, son. You're going to touch the lives of so many people, not just as a man, but as a symbol. You're a symbol of peace. You're a symbol of justice. And now it's time for you to go.
Bitch. Lois. Please, Smallville, I've had 3 exes put under military surveillance. I'm hardly qualified to deal out post-relationship tact. But it's time for some tough love. Lana's going to move on.
She already has. Lex.
And it sucks, but you gotta trust your gut that you did this for a reason. Well, for whatever reasons guys have for dumping for dumping hot, smart, fun girls these days. Look.
She's not describing Lana.
I guess so. Look, give her some space, Clark. Your whole Night Stalker routine, that's gonna hurt any good feelings that Lana has for you.
If there are any.
Look, sometimes you gotta tuck your feelings away until it's the right time, like stuffing dollars into a piggy bank for a bike you can't just quite afford.
Except, I can't quite imagine there's anyone else out there.
Oh, you never know, Clark. Even if you finally crack that piggy bank, you found all this time you haven't been saving for a bike. You've really been saving for a Harley.
There are times when I think you don't know me at all, and others where I think you know me better than anyone.
That's what I'm here for, Smallville. One save at a time.
She's the Harley, and he wants to ride it.
He doesn't know
Boink.
that.
He wants to check her tailpipe. We got Zod and Clark.
I'll be Zod.
Unless I think I should be Zod.
Okay.
You have your father's eyes. Hello, Kal-El.
Where's Lex?
Lex is dead! I will find him!
Oh my god.
I love that my Zod is not Terrence Stamp. It's Michael McDowell. I can't remember.
McDonald?
Oh my god. Anyway, let's go to DC References, part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Michael Shannon.
Ah.
Yeah.
DCU References. Smallville's versions of comic characters: Aquaman, Aqua, Cyborg, the Angel of Vengeance,
You don't have to name them.
General Zod, Vessel, Snake, Vengeance, Snake, the Chameleon, Fade, and Brainiac / Milton Fine Arrival are introduced.
The Wonder Twins appear in episode Mortal. Not really. but they are jokingly referred to as the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
I like to think that they were the Wonder Twins.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to think of them. Andrea is the first guest hero on Smallville to use an alter ego, whereas Impulse, Aquaman, and Cyborg were introduced as superpowered civilians. I think I call him Impulse here, not the Flash. Because it's Bart, so I mean, I guess technically it would be
Bart.
You know, but like it's the Flash. He's supposed to be the Flash, obviously. The Fortress of Solitude is added as a reoccurring location, and the Phantom Zone is introduced. So there you go.
Cool.
Now it's time for the Talon Mix. Remy Zero!
Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
Oh, God.
I love it.
That giant CD gets me every time.
So these are the best songs from this season. All right. And not a lot of episodes had songs.
No, it didn't.
I think there was like at least 7 that did not have any songs.
It's probably the 5 episodes where nobody got killed.
That's probably, yeah. That's probably it.
That song.
They were like, you know what would make the audience really want to leave? If we don't kill anybody, if we neander on Clark and Lois and Legs, or Clark and Lana and Legs, and we don't play any music.
Yeah.
I think
No
this is
music.
going to take Smallville to the next level.
Oh, yes.
It's like
Yes.
losing your virginity all over again.
No. What?
Like Lana and Clark
Wait, the
Boink-
lost
Boink Town.
Virginia all over again?
with each other.
Oh, my God.
Listen. We
What's
got
up, Eric?
Precious by Depeche Mode. This plays when Brainiac forms outside of the Black Ship. A Message by Coldplay, which is played when Clark and Lana embrace each other and take their relationship to the next level. Bonetown. Hey, Lana, I got a one-way train ticket to Bonerville for you. Breathe, 2 a.m. by Anna Nalick. Clark and Lana wake up next to each other in Clark's bed. Remember that?
Mm.
And Jonathan is like, what the fuck y'all doing? I mean, let the boy have, like sex, you know? I mean, I'm
Let
just
the boy
saying.
have some privacy.
He graduated. He's human now. Like, if anybody fucking deserves to be able to pop his cherry, it's Clark, okay? All right? I'm just saying.
Oh, and also, like, good God, poor Clark. He's been caught in the middle of something like twice.
Yeah. With Lois.
3 times. I'm sorry,
What was the other one?
Alicia.
Oh, yeah. In the barn
Yeah.
when he set it on fire
Oh, yeah.
to Elvis music. It was weird, man. I'm just saying. Collide by Dishwalla. This is played when Lana finds Clark alive at the Kent farm after stopping the missile. I actually really do like that scene. I think that's a good scene. Don't Ya by the Pussycat Dolls is played when Lois gets exposed.
Woo!
I forgot that it was that song.
Don't ya?
You're Beautiful by James Blunt is played when Clark proposes to Lana and when Clark doesn't propose to Lana. Hey, I'll let you know that defined a generation. Okay, because of that episode.
I saw your face.
Fucking coward, Maggie.
And cry.
I Grieve by Peter Gabriel
Yeah.
is played when Jonathan Kent is laid to rest. R.I.P. The P stands for pie.
Power.
Dirty Little Secret by the All American Rejects is played when Clark makes out with Simone Chesterman. Check out her chest hair, man. Get it? Boobs. Boobsy.
D.
It's just nothing gonna work for us tonight.
Is it not?
Is it? No, it's doing something.
Oh no! It means it's gonna like play everything.
Listen, no, it's not.
Boom, 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 boom.
And now it's time for the countdown to Superman. 40 weeks until Superman returns to cinemas. Of course, some news broke earlier this week that what's his name? The guy from Firefly and Moana.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk.
Oh my God! Like I was like,
He
who?
has
Lin-Manuel
He's
Miranda.
been cast in a secret role. That's right,
I bet
everybody.
it's Weasel.
Wayne, Wizard Wayne is canon again. Returning from the show Powerless.
Wow.
He's back,
Wow.
baby.
I bet that's who he's playing.
I wish to God. I wish.
Bruce Wayne's my cousin.
That would be amazing. Can you imagine?
I would love it.
He's got to be playing somebody that this probably ultimately doesn't matter.
No.
He might be playing a CG character. Maybe he's Kilowog. Hey, Pooza.
Him and Nathan Fillion together.
Yes.
Lanterns.
Oh my God, that is exactly.
That's what we need.
He could also be like Tomar Ray, Big Bird.
I think I'd
man.
like him better. Kill.
Maybe. Okay. If we're thinking Superman, I did honestly. My first thought. Okay, this is a terrible thought. My first thought was Crypto, and like, not that Crypto will talk.
Yeah.
I think it'll just be dog noises, and he might be on set as Crypto. Like, you
do
know?
you freaking remember Encanto with that toucan?
Right?
That's him.
I'm just saying.
That's all Alan Tudyk.
Maybe he plays one of those polar bears that Superman has to razzle with a little bit. You know? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's a T-sphere. Oh my God. There's plenty of things. Alan Tudyk. Look at him up. Next time on Smallville. Next time. Maggie. Next week is not the season 6 premiere. Next week, we will be taking a break from Smallville, again, just to allow enough time to pass between seasons so it feels more real. And we will be watching, normally, we would watch a Christopher Reeve Superman movie. That's what we've done the past 4 seasons. Yeah. But of course, we have finished all 4 Christopher Reeve movies.
Yep.
So there's not really another one to watch. Could watch Supergirl, and we will. We will watch that. But this season, because Algo and Miles Miller were trying to produce this to go along with the next season of Smallville, okay? With season 6, they had pitched to the CW, to the WB, a new series. It ultimately did not get picked up because of the CW. It was to be picked up by the WB, but when they merged and became the CW, they didn't have the space for it. So yeah, because they had to merge all the stuff. Yeah,
that's horrible.
So it did not get picked up to series, but we will be watching the unaired pilot of Mercy Reef, which is called Aquaman. Like, the show was Mercy Reef, but because it didn't get picked up, this is only known as Aquaman. You can actually buy this on iTunes for, like, I think I got it for $2.99. It's either $1.99 or $2.99. I think it might be on Max. You can probably even watch it on YouTube, if I'm being totally honest. It was a bonus feature on one of the DVDs. I think maybe season 6, probably, if I had to guess. But yeah, so we're going to be watching that. And we're going to see what Algo and Miles Miller would have done with a spin-off series. Not tied to Smallville. Just to be very clear, this is not the same Arthur Curry. This is Arthur Curry, but it is not the one that we got in Smallville season 5. It's a whole different thing.
Okay.
But I remember watching it, and I liked it. I think I downloaded it from LimeWire back in the day. I mean, allegedly. I got a copy of it. Somehow.
From a friend.
Yeah. With a bag of drugs. Allegedly. I'm joking. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be watching. Then, following that, week after next, we'll be watching the season 6 premiere of Smallville. Whoop, whoop. It's exciting. Whoop, whoop. Will it be the best season yet? Yes.
That's what he says. I don't know.
It will. I'm very excited. Maggie, here's the thing. Season 6, boom, top, right? And then season 7, maybe the worst.
So.
But then season 8, 9, 10, better. In succession.
Oh.
So season 6 is great. Season 8 is better than that. Season 9 is better than that. And season 10 is even better than that.
So top shelf liquor.
We are about to lick her till she's dry. All right? All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight on Going Back to Smallville. Thank you for joining us this week. Be sure to come back next week when we'll be watching the Aquaman pilot, Mercy Reef. You're going to be looking for the one that has Justin Hartley as Aquaman. Yeah, It's going to be great. It's going to be fun times. Remember, if you'd like to support the podcast, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, or you can become a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get access to the Google Drive, get your name in every episode just like these fine folks did, and much, much more. Remember, you can also support us by getting a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Remember, that is free for you. Get it, cancel it immediately, and you still get the 30 days. I believe, double check, I believe you still get the 30-day access, even if you immediately cancel it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, do that, or not. Otherwise, we will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.
Matt, check your email.